Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Hey, how's everybody doing? It's Snary. I'm here. I'm alive. I didn't die over the holidays. Yayness. So, one thing that is happening, though, is my wrist is in a splint. I do not have the use of both of my hands, because my one wrist is wrapped up. So, for today, I am going to have to stream a game that I can play one hand. And, what's a better one-handed game than a visual novel? So, I got a really good one set up for you. I'm pretty sure this one is safe for work, called My Dear Prince. And let's get right into this thing. Is it showing up okay? Let me see. Should be. Ooh, so it should be showing up. Why isn't it? Game? Game, where are you? I know, I just checked to see if this... Why is it not showing up on the window? There it is, there it is. My Dear Prince. Yep. So, because my hand is all fucked, we're gonna play a cozy, wholesome, lesbian presumably safe for work, lesbian visual novel adventure. And we're gonna relax, we're gonna have a good time, I'm gonna wrap up in a blanket, and be warm and cozy with my hand in a splint. August 3rd, Monday. Hey, Momoka, before you start eating, there's something I want to tell you. How's the... Just gonna turn down the volume just a little bit. So our protagonist's name is Momoka. Momoka. So what does Dad want to tell us? That's how Dad greets me when I take a seat at the breakfast table this morning. I stare at him over my plate of fried eggs and buttered toast, my fingers poised over my cutlery. Voiced? Mom handles the cooking when she is at home. She's pretty fond of traditional Japanese food, so we usually have miso soup and fried fish for breakfast when she's around. Mom isn't here right now, though. She's away on important work business, which is to say she'll be giving inspirational talks for the next 3 weeks on the mainland. My mom's an acupuncturist during the weekday, a yoga instructor on weekends, and she's fairly well known among circles of people who, like to stick pins into themselves while contorting their bodies into strange and uncomfortable shapes, I guess. Masochists. I got it. She's also written a couple of self-help books, and she travels pretty frequently to give lectures about wellness, whatever that is. She's a scammer. I don't really get it. Maybe it's an old person thing. Anyway, in my mom's absence, there'll be just 3 faces around the kitchen table. Me, my dad, and my little sister, Mikan. Dad's the one on cooking duty, and since he prefers frying eggs and toasting bread over stirring miso soup, that's what's on the menu this morning. Dad isn't quite as good at cooking as Mom, but he's decent enough. The yolks of his fried eggs are golden and gooey, and I can't wait to dig in. I'm starving, but the serious look on Dad's face is making my stomach curdle. What's going on? Did I do something wrong? You didn't get a call from my school, did you?
No. Why would your school call us during the summer vacation? I sound like Bullwinkle.
They wouldn't usually, but I thought I might have messed up my end of semester exams. I did think my math grade looked suspiciously high. What if my schools realized there was an error with my results and now they're gonna haul me back in for remedial classes over the summer? Oh no! I'll be stuck in school jail for eons and my life will be over! Oh no! I'm so teenaged and dramatic. If that Visual novels? You need to stop being so damn predictable. Like, you need to stop being so damn predictable. It's not like I have anything special planned this summer. My best friend, Rika, is spending most of it on the mainland with extended family, and my other best friend, Chiako, is too busy with her part-time job to spend much time with me. My summer's been pretty dull and drab so far. I don't have anything special planned, but that doesn't mean I want to waste it inside a classroom. Mikan looks at me curiously. She sets her half-eaten piece of toast down on her plate, then signs to me with her crumb-covered fingers. What's wrong? I sign back to her quickly, all while speaking aloud. I found sign language difficult to get grips with at first, but I've been doing it for so long it's practically second nature at this point. Yup, this is a very pink family, and the dad looks nothing like either of his fathers. The dad looks nothing like... The dad has two fathers. They have these girls have two grandfathers on their father's side. They can reproduce without a uterus. But yeah, the dad looks... I'm sorry, I meant to say the dad looks nothing like his two daughters. What the fuck just happened? My chair is, like, way too high. I think my chair is too high. I'm afraid I might die. Yeah, what the fuck is happening with my chair? Did I accidentally hit the... Well, whatever. This is actually better for the thing. But yeah, the dad doesn't look like either of his daughters, so I don't think he's their real dad. He's not pink like the girls. When I'm at home, I usually sign while I speak. It makes it easier to converse with Mikan. Ooh, she deaf? Even if I'm not always in the mood to deal with her. I'm probably going to die soon. What? Why? Did something bad happen? I wish I knew sign language. Hey, Momoka, don't scare your sister like that. See, the dad looks nothing like his daughters. He doesn't look anything like either of them. Dad tuts, but he doesn't look angry. If he was, he wouldn't be smiling. Everything's fine. Don't worry, Mikan. Dad signs to Mikan once he's done admonishing me while speaking aloud. Oop, follow. Thank you, Pietro Case 61. Thank you so much. Welcome to the crime family. Dad. Hi. How are you? Welcome. Thanks for the follow. I'm doing good. Hope yous is doing good, Pietro. Dad has gotten into the habit of signing and speaking simultaneously for Mikan's benefit.
Momoka isn't going to die. She's being a dramatic teenager again.
Oh, I see. Are you teasing me, Momoka? You're already in a crime family? I mean, great, you've got experience. Oh, yeah, I'm the Crime Cat VTuber. I'm nary a care, criminal cat girl extraordinaire. Are you teasing me, Momoka? No. Preparing to watch a movie or two. Ooh, fun. What movie or two? What two movies? What? No, I'm getting rightfully freaked out. It never, ever bodes well when somebody says we need to have a talk. Oh, is that what Dad said? What does he want to talk about? You're not in a crime family? You're in several. Good. Be gay, do crime. I don't know yet. Maybe this is about my grades. Did you fail all of your exams? Do you want me to have failed exams? I don't know. It might teach you a lesson. Failure can be character building for you. People are constantly grabbing you by the skull and you make for very good ammunition. I'll have to remember that. I'll have to remember that next time I need a yeetable friend around. Mikan grins. She looks so smug. I want to reach out and pull her pigtails. Across the Spider-Verse. You're thinking of Across the Spider-Verse. People have compared me to the Spider-Punk in that movie. Hobie Brown. You'll meet Hobie Brown. He is the best character apart from Gwen. Yeah, you're thinking of Across the Spider-Verse. But yeah, people say I'm like Hobie Brown. I personally don't see it, but maybe you do.
Let's try and calm down, alright? Nobody's going to die, and as far as I know, Momoka doesn't need to go back to school.
So, the little greater than, less than sign signifies that they're signing or speaking in sign language for the benefit of the deaf little sister.
If she has failed all her exams, I haven't heard anything about it.
Hey, Pietro. I was cool the whole time. I don't believe in teams. I don't believe in consistency. I don't believe in comedy. But yeah, Hobie's pretty cool. Hobie's a cool guy. How are you even cooler under your mask? I was cool the whole time. Alright. Anyway, I'm playing, reason why I'm playing, My Dear Prince, lesbian visual novel is because, 1, I'm lesbian, 2, this game is supposedly safe for stream, and 3, I was playing Awaria and Fuga Melodies of Steel, but my hand is in a splint. I have injured my little kitty paw, and I am down one hand. Oh, thank you, Pietro. You're awesome. You're awesome, Pietro. But yeah, I got one of my hands all wrapped up. It hurts to move my wrist. So I have to play a quote-unquote one-handed game. You're awesomer. You're awesomer times 9,000 to infinity and beyond. No takebacks. So ha! But you're not discounting it as a possibility?
I suppose anything's possible. Our Momoko really is bad at math. She's inherited my acumen for numbers. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, sorry, I stopped myself. I have a casual swearing habit. Also, my girlfriend and I, who lives with me, we tell each other, go fuck yourself and fuck you all the time. But then I forget, like, not everyone's like that. And also, we just met, and I don't really know it. Oh, God. God damn it. Hold on. I gotta fix something here. Hold on. Let me see how that... Okay, well, close enough. I'll just, Sorry, I just noticed that it wasn't quite, full. There we go! Perfect! It wasn't full. This game wasn't fully scaled to my screen. Why didn't I notice that until now? Hey, Chance! Hey, Chance, Nezumi! Anyway, love you, Pietro. Thank you so much for stopping by. You fucking rock. Also, hey, Chance, how's the sexiest Yu-Gi-Oh! Mouse doing? I pout. Howdy yourself. Or should I say, meowdy? Yeah, no, I mean no harm. I fucking casually fucking swear all the fucking time. And I mean no, and it's just fucking filler for me at this fucking point. You fucking know what I fucking mean? It's like, I picked up might high compliment. Oh, you're a rat, but close enough. Yeah. Well, hey, you're a rodent / kitty food. So which means I get to eat you. You're looking delicious today, Chance. But yeah, playing a visual novel, safe for work visual novel, because my hand is in a cast. Or splint, or whatever. It hurts to move my wrist. I think I might have broken it. Oh, Pietro, you should follow Chance Nezumi too. They're a pretty cool streamer. But yeah. Hurts to move my wrist. Wrist is wrapped up. Oh, I wasn't specifically talking vor. When I say eat you, I often mean eat you out. But, yeah. I pout. Why does my own dad have so little faith in me? It kinda stings.
Now I have an important bit of news to share with you girls. A guest is gonna be staying with us for a couple weeks.
Oh, wait, let me guess. Is she gonna be the hot blonde tomboy we saw on the cover of the game? On the store page? A guest? Mikan signs back so enthusiastically she almost knocks over her glass of orange juice. Who are they? How old are they? Are they a boy or a girl? Do you think they'll hang out with me? Mikan, despite her demure pigtails and her short stature, isn't at all shy. She might just be one of the least shy people I know. She's very social. Particularly girls her own age. Ah, I see lesbianism appears to run in the family. They always fuss about how cute and small and doll-like she is. She's a child! You need a reference for the tomboy you speak of. Dad laughs and shakes his head.
Slow down, kid. Let me finish. Our guest is a young girl the same age as Momoka. I think she turned 17 a few months ago.
What does she look like? Is she cute? Do you think she'll be my friend?
Sorry, kiddo, but I can't comment on her looks. It doesn't seem proper. I mean, I'm a married, grown-ass man. It would be weird of me to talk about about 17-year-old girls. Anyway, I've never met her in person. I've only seen a few photos. What the fuck is this dad voice that I'm doing?
How interesting. And how do you know this girl? Oh yeah, by the way, when you see like this greater than, less than sign wrapping around the text, it's sign language. They're signing because Momoka is deaf, I think. Not Momoka, Mikan is deaf. They're signing for Mikan's, Pigtails' benefits. Welcome back.
She's the daughter of one of my old university friends. His name's Seiji. Hattori Seiji. The two of us go way back.
Oh, wait, Hattori? Is she gonna be a fucking crazy martial artist? Are we gonna get roped into, a supernatural situation on the South Sea of Japan where we have to battle through blood-sucking Oni, and am I going to wind up falling in love with this super cool tomboy and discover that I am the chosen one to wield the blade Murakumo? Does this sound like weirdly specific, like the plot of a completely different Yuri visual novel? Yes. Yes, I'm referencing a completely different Yuri visual novel. Don't look at me like that. Aoi. Aoi. So, blue. Hattori Blue. Hattori Aoi, huh? That's a nice name. I bet she'll be nice, too. I wouldn't be too sure about that. It's too soon to tell. So why is this random girl going to be staying with us during the summer?
Well, about that...
Dad coughs and adjusts his glasses, which are starting to slip down the bridge of his nose.
Seiji's going on vacation and doesn't want to leave Aoi on her own. He asked me if I'd look after her for a while, and I agreed.
Uh-huh. I frown. I guess that makes sense, though I don't know why we have to look after her. Where's Aoi from, anyway?
Tokyo.
Tokyo, huh? I have a bad feeling about this. That settles it. There's no way we're gonna get along. Fucking city girl.
Now, how did you come to that conclusion? That seems a touch premature. I mean, the cover art has the two of you making out together.
It all goes without saying. I mean, she's from Tokyo. I bet she'll be really cool and fashionable, and I'm... Oh, you think she's gonna be too cool for you.
You're?
Well, look at me. I gesture to myself for further emphasis. I do try to follow the advice in fashion magazines. But trends move too quickly to keep up with, and there are no fancy boutiques on Omorishima. Omori Island? Omori Island, where I can buy the most up-to-date clothes. I order most of my clothes online, but they take ages to arrive. There's no way I'll ever be as fashion as a Tokyoite. It's simply not possible. I bet she'll make fun of me. Compared to her, I probably look like a troll.
I don't think Aoi will make fun of you, Momoko. Judging by Seiji's account, she's a very nice girl.
Can't wait for her to show up in some plain t-shirts and jorts. yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. Well, he would say that. He is her father, I mumble under my breath. Speaking of which, I wonder what Dad tells his friends about me. Have fun with the movie! Bye-bye, Pietro! Bye-bye, bye-bye. Thank you so much for stopping by. Sad though it is to say, I think it's drastically more likely he calls me a lazy gremlin who never helps around the house.
Let's not judge Aoi before she gets here, alright?
I still don't see why we have to take her in of all people.
Why not? Seiji's my friend, and he's not had an easy time of it. He's not been quite himself since his wife died, and this was almost a decade ago.
Dad, Mom. Hey, Mom. Dad, Mom, I need a little help here. I'm probably talking to myself here. It was you who made me whole. Are you really in the ground? 'Cause I'm gonna get a copyright strike on my channel. So stop singing, Dad, Mom.
He's done his best to raise Aoi on his own, but it's been hard on him. He's not had any time to himself for a long while. This is his first proper vacation in years. He deserves a chance to relax, just like anybody else.
That's very sad and all, but it doesn't make me feel any better about the situation. Oh God, a Tokyoite who's emotionally damaged from losing a parent. Oh God, she's gonna have the whole cool and gloomy main character syndrome. No! And I'm gonna be like the weird island girl from the boonies. No! I sigh. What does Mom have to say about all this?
I called her about it just the other day, and she okayed it. She knows how close Seiji and I used to be, and she thinks it's important to support friends when they're in need.
So there's no way of reneging on this arrangement?
No, I'm ashamed you'd even consider that.
Well, it was worth a shot. And here I was thinking that my summer vacation was going to be fun. I guess not. How can I ever hope to relax with a cool, fashionable city girl hanging around to judge all my wardrobe choices? I'll never get a moment's rest. Mad hater energy. And then this cool city girl shows up, and she's gonna be like wearing pajama pants and a grimy t-shirt. But of course, Doc Martens. Of course she's gonna be wearing Doc Martens. I can't wait to meet Aoi. Hanging around with Momoka all the time gets pretty boring. At least one of us looks excited about this. Mikan is so enthused, she's practically bobbing up and down on the chair. Am I not enough for her? What a traitor. When will Aoi get here, Dad? Will she be here soon?
Well, about that.
Dad scratches his head, which he often does when he's not entirely sure of the answer to a question he really ought to know. Unlike Mom, who's so organized and in control 110% of the time, Dad's more laid back. She's gonna have on that Gucci, that Louis? She's gonna have on that Gucci. Nah, she cuts all the sleeves off her t-shirts and thrifts all her clothes. Louis Vuitton. In her mind, she's thinking it's like, oh, these shoes, oh yeah, this is a Louis Vuitton dress. Actually, my dad knows him. When in reality, she's like, yeah, I stole this jacket from a dumpster, and then I just covered it up with patches, and then I cover up the holes that get too big with patches that I sew on myself. Which is to say, he's pretty scatterbrained.
I think she's meant to be arriving tomorrow?
You think? You mean you don't know?
Well, it depends on when the next boat gets in.
Hope she arrives soon. I want to see her. Maybe Mikan does, but I have some reservations. This is all so sudden. Why didn't you tell us about this sooner?
I'm sorry, it slipped my mind. It was all a bit last minute. And Seiji couldn't make up his mind about whether he wanted to go on vacation or not. I didn't want to tell you about Aoi until I was sure she was coming.
And you're definitely sure she is coming?
We've been through this already, Momoka. Everything's settled, whether you like it or not.
Well, I like Aoi. I want to be her friend. You've worn black, skinny, tight-fit jeans and silly t-shirts for decades, and you ain't stopping now. I mean, when I was in the cloning lab, I basically wore just like, hospital gowns and shit. But nowadays, I steal all my clothes from the dumpster behind Hot Topic.
Good for you. I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that.
Where's Aoi going to sleep? Can she stay in my room? We can set up a futon for her on the floor. Ah, Mikan's raised a good point. Where is our guest going to sleep? Our house only has 3 bedrooms. One for Mom and Dad, one for Mikan, and one for me. My room's a bit bigger than Mikan's, as it ought to be, given my exalted status as the eldest child. Growing up, I was the eldest child, and I had a smaller bedroom than my sister. It'd be more practical if Aoi stayed with me, but I'm not too crazy about the idea. I don't want my inner sanctum being invaded by a total stranger, especially not one from the city.
Oh, no, she's staying in Momoka's room. It makes more sense. Her room is bigger.
And Momoka's just like, ah, no! I can see her now, laughing at my pitiful collection of shoes, pouring through my paltry collection of makeup, and tearing through her closet with her fashionable fingernails. And then it's like, wait, okay, so you brought up this homeless-looking tomboy. Is she Mikan's driver? No, is she Aoi's driver? And he's like, nah, I'm Aoi. Sup? You think this looks good? People stopped wearing high-waisted pants last year, you uncultured swine. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh! I didn't even do the laugh. The game just did the laugh. Oh! Ho, 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 ho. Oh! Ho, 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 ho. Hey, somebody reads lots of shoujo yuri manga. Just thinking about it's pissing me off. And why does my imaginary Aoi look so much like Saya? Is my mind trying to make me mad? Aoi will have to sleep in the living room. She can have the couch. We can't make Aoi sleep in the couch. She's our guest. She's a guest who will be eating our food and sleeping under our roof for 2 whole weeks. She should be grateful with whatever scraps of kindness she can get.
Stop being childish. Aoi is going to stay in your room during her trip, and that's the end of it. I won't let you argue your way out of this one, Missy.
No! I fully expected this would happen, but it's an unpleasant reveal regardless. No way! That's not fair! Life isn't... Though, if anybody's being unfair, I think you are. You're behaving very childishly, oh dear big sister of mine. Anybody would think you were 7, not 17. In fact, I know 7-year-olds who are more mature than you. Oh, shut up, Mikan. I can't not shut up, genius. I never talk in the first place. I'm deaf, you insensitive shit. Grrr. I grit my teeth together. Dad, this isn't fair! I turn my attention to Dad, no longer bothering to sign. I don't want Mikan butting in again to berate me. I don't want a strange girl staying in my room. I didn't get a chance to clean up, and
That's enough, Momoka. I'm disappointed in you. I didn't raise you to be so spoiled.
Oof. I slump back in my chair, utterly defeated. I'm not used to Dad scolding me. He's usually so laid back and easygoing. Why is he looking at me like that? His gaze is even sharper than the blade of a knife.
Now, look here.
Dad starts signing again, ever conscious about leaving Mikan out of the loop.
I know this is sudden, and I'm sorry to spring this news on you so suddenly. I realize as a teenager you want your privacy. That's understandable, but Seiji is one of my dearest friends. He helped me out a lot in the past, and I owe it to him to return the favor. We're going to welcome Aoi into our home. That is not up for debate. I don't want you being rude to her, or ignoring her, or doing anything to make her uncomfortable. Do you understand?
It's okay, Dad. I'll be good.
I know you will. I'm more worried about your sister. Do you promise you'll be on your best behavior, Momoka? Please? For me?
Oh, jeez. I pout. I don't really want to go along with this, but I don't think I've got any choice. When Dad asks me like that, I can't possibly refuse. I finish up my toast and scrambled eggs, which have already started to go cold. Then I head out of my house. My shift at work starts in 15 minutes, so I should probably head straight for the cafe and save our game. Prince on the beach. But I've never been one to do things because they make sense. Dad's little lecture over the breakfast table has given me a lot to think about. And what better place to mull things over than the beach? She's gonna run into Aoi early. I like going to the beach, particularly when I'm in a slump. It's hard to be sad or upset when you can hear the relaxing sound of the bright blue waves. I like going to the beach too, especially at night. That's probably one of the good things about living on this cruddy little island. You might not have much in the way of fashionable shops, but at least you're never far away from the beach. Beaches are one of Omorishima's primary attractions, actually. Though Omorishima functions as its own little community with about 40,000 inhabitants, it's classed as part of the Miyagi Prefecture. There's a little ferry that goes from the coast to Omorishima in a couple times a day, depending on the weather, and it takes about 30 minutes to get to the mainland. This island isn't too big, but it's a fairly popular tourist destination, especially in the summer. The beaches are considered some of the cleanest and most well-kept in Japan, and our mountain trails are famous from hikers all over the world. I think the real point of interest, however, is all the rabbits. Omorishima is the proud home to hundreds of different breeds of rabbits, and they mate like, well, rabbits. You know rabbits. Horny little fuckers. Rabbits are Omorishima's pride and joy. You're not allowed to own cats or dogs on this island for fear they'll hurt the cute little bunnies. No cats? No cats? That's discrimination. Discrimination against cats. I call discrimination. Speciest. Omorishima is speciest against cats. The bunnies are our main selling point, other than the beaches and the forests and the cliffs. Even the cliff where that one guy fell off and died from, one guy from, I think, America fell off and died that year. What was his name? Zuckerboob? We even have a theme park called Moonland with a cute bunny mascot. Omorishima's residents really are rabid about rabbits. The rabbits usually steer clear of the busier areas, like shopping districts, but you can find them hopping about the hills and even in the quieter residential areas. I'm pretty used to them, having lived in Omorishima all my life. When I go outside, I usually take a small plastic bag filled with dandelion and mint leaves with me, so I can stop to feed any cute bunnies I come across. I don't do that today, though. So I'm lost in my own thoughts. I'm so lost in my own thoughts, I don't pay much heed to the rabbits, cute though they are. A strange girl is coming to stay with us for 2 whole weeks. A girl I've never met before. A girl called Aoi. I guess this mightn't be so bad, but does she really need to sleep in my room? I never agreed to this. I love my dad, but it annoys me when he does stuff like this without asking me. Why does he never think about my feelings? I can just imagine her, like, kicking a can. I gaze out at the aquamarine ocean, my eyes narrowed. The beach is crowded, just like I anticipated. There are little kids splashing in the surf, women tanning themselves on beach towels, and couples feeding one another bites of shaved ice. I love the beach. The smell of frying yakisoba from the various eateries lingers in the air, mingled with the saltiness of the sea. White gulls with long orange beaks and beady eyes turn circles in the sky, their wings unfurled as they search for scraps. It's a nice scene, like something you'd see in a movie. It's so perfect, everything looks kind of filtered. Oh my god, I took Lexi on a beach date one time, and she said, this is the only time in my life I ever felt like I was living in a travel commercial. Coming to the beach usually cheers me up. I like the sounds and smells of the ocean, and I particularly like watching the cute couples. Yes, they're taking off their bras. Oh my god. I know that sounds kind of voyeuristic, but I don't mean it in a creepy way, I swear. It's hard to explain my fascination with lovey-dovey couples, but well, watching them kind of gives me this warm, fuzzy feeling, kind of like petting Omorishima's many rabbits. The moment when a blushing girl rests her head upon her beloved shoulder, especially if it's another girl. The chaste touch of fingers when a lock of stray hair is brushed behind an ear. Oh, this is filth! Who wrote this? This is supposed to be safe for Twitch! Oh my god. These little incidents are all super adorable. Oh my god. Going couple watching. Couple watching. I'm stung with the injustice of my dad's decision. Would it have killed him to consult me about Aoi's arrival first? This is all so unfair. I kick the sand with the tip of my foot, eases some of my frustration, so I decide to kick it again and again, and... Ah! Crap, my shoe's just flown off my foot! It arcs through the air, the buckle glinting in the sunlight. Then it spirals down, at a velocity I didn't know an airborne shoe could attain. It's a guided shoe missile! What'll I do if it hits somebody on the head? I'll never live it down! Hey, watch out! I call out just in time. A boy standing a few feet from me pauses. He looks up at my sandal, which is flying through the air. I'm afraid it's gonna collide with his face, but no! The boy moves faster than lightning, so quick he leaves behind after images. He raises his right arm, then snatches the sandal before it can bonk him on the noggin. Safe. The boy shoots me a devastating smile, then jogs towards me. I presume this is yours, Cinderella? Oh, yes, thank you. Damn, Aoi got the riz! I accept my errant shoe with his outstretched hand, blushing all the while, and then slide it back onto my foot. I do the buckle up so tight it hurts. I don't want it escaping again and glance up. My eyes meet the boys. The moment they do, my heart thumps. It was hard to tell from a distance, but now he's all up and in my business. I can't deny the truth. He's a she! This boy is freaking gorgeous! Momoka, handsome prince. Achievement unlocked. Momoka meets Aoi. His hair is sandy blonde and it's pretty long for a guy, though he wears it back in a ponytail. His eyes are bright green and his tanned skin is smooth, utterly devoid of blemishes. Oh my god, this is filth. This is like B tier or even C tier romance level shit. There's a large backpack slung on his back that looks pretty heavy, but he isn't even breaking a sweat. The boy is several inches taller than me and rather slender, but he couldn't be called lanky. His arms and legs have some musculature, though it's not particularly pronounced. Is he some sort of athlete? That must be how he was able to catch my shoe so quickly. Excuse me, something the matter? What? I'm fine. You sure? Yeah, I'm okay, really. You don't need to worry, I glanced to the left. Then to the right. But alas, no matter which way I look, I'm unable to escape from this beautiful boy's gaze. He's so attractive and I'm so... Momoka, you look like a fucking shonen shoujo protagonist with your pink hair and your ribbons. Shut the fuck up about yourself. I wish I looked like you. Although, actually, I kind of look like... I kind of got the whole tomboy thing going, so... That's fine. Okay, even if not for the stream title, that's clearly a girl. She's straight out of a To Love Ru spinoff. I mean, I was going to say Tokyo Mew Mew. She looks like Ichigo Momomiya from Tokyo Mew Mew. His handsomeness is making me more acutely aware of my own below-average looks. I've dreamed about having a romantic encounter with a good-looking boy for years, but this is so not how I envisioned it going. I could have knocked his block off. Why am I so clumsy? Overcome by embarrassment, escape fast becomes the one thing on my mind. Thank you very much for helping me. I'll be going now. Hey, wait, before you take off, I was wondering, do you live around here? Oh, yeah, I do, I look at the boy shyly, my face still pink. Why'd you want to know? I've not been to this island before, and I was hoping you could help me find my way around. I tried asking a few people on the beach, but they didn't seem to know much more than I do. That's 'cause they're tourists. I'm so relieved I managed to run into a local. Oh, that's okay. If it's help you need, I'll do my best. I perk up. Some of my earlier reticence evaporating. Since this boy is asking me for advice, I don't feel quite as bad about almost braining him with my shoe. Where'd you want to go? I'm looking for this street. The boy offers me a name, which makes me start in surprise. Really? You want to go there? Uh-huh. Why? He tilts his head to one side. That's not a rough area, is it? Oh no, not at all. I don't think there are any rough areas in Omorishima. It's too small for that. I was just a bit surprised is all. That's actually the street I was just a bit surprised is all. That's actually the street I live on. Momoka, I know you're bad at math, but come on. Put 2 and 2 together, you dumb girl! Really? The boy blinks, then grins. That's such a coincidence. It sure is. It sure is. It really is. Do you mind giving me directions? It'd be a big help. Two plus two equals fish? It's clearly fishy, thereby the sea. I considered giving the boy some rough guidance, then going on my merry way, but this doesn't sit right with me. I'm conscious that I'll probably be late for work. I think I'm late already, but I don't want to send him off on his own. The streets of Omorishima are all twisty-turny, and there's a non-zero chance that he'd get lost on his own. Kaho will have to wait. There are some things in this world more important than waitressing. My love life is hanging in the balance here. I'll do you one better and take you there myself. Really? You don't mind? Not at all. I'd be happy to help. Oh, that's really nice of you. I hope I'm not intruding. It's fine. I offer the boy a reassuring smile. It's not like I was doing anything anyway. Oh, I should probably get the twang out of my voice. It's not like I was doing anything anyway. That's a complete and utter lie. What the boy doesn't know won't hurt him. I'm trying real hard to score affection points here. I've only ever played dating sims. I've never talked to real romance partners. Things might have gotten off to a bad start after I almost conked him over the head with my shoe, but I think I can turn this around. My first love story might just be about to begin. All right, hold on. Let me wrap up in this blanket here. I'm fucking freezing my tits off. I'm freezing off my massive mommy milkers. By the way, did you know that trans women lactate? Because I did not know that before I started hormones. I wish someone would have told me. Now, I've just got to lay on the charm. I'm sure I can ensnare him. Maybe. It's nice to meet you. I'm Momoka, by the way. I probably should have said sooner. And you are? Name's Aoi. It's nice to meet you, too. Aoi, huh? I wrinkle my nose. This day really is full of coincidences. Huh? Aoi looks at me askance. What do you mean? Oh, don't mind me. I just thought it was funny. Is all. That you're called Aoi when the name's been weighing on me all morning. Is there any particular reason for that? It's kind of convoluted. Thanks for the lurk, Alice and Dusty. My dad's friend's kid is gonna be staying with us during the summer, you see. She's called Aoi, and she's from Tokyo. What a coincidence. I'm from Tokyo, and I'm gonna be staying with my dad's friend's family. I've never met her before, but apparently she's gonna be sleeping in my room. I'm not crazy about it. My dad never even asked me if I was okay with it. Can you believe that? It does sound kind of thoughtless, yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. Thanks for your sympathy. I know this doesn't have anything to do with you, but it's seriously annoying me. I don't want to share my room with a random girl I've never met before. Oh, Momoka. Momoka! Momoka's just like, you know, all these coincidences, all in a line, and Momoka's just like, rather than putting 2 and 2 together, she's just like, 2 plus 2 equals monkey wrench. No, Australia. No, antelope. I bet she'll be super stuck up. Hanging out with her is going to be such a pain. Oh, I don't know. Girl couldn't finish a dot coloring book. She's so stupid. Like, god damn it. Momoka, god damn it. Oh, he might not be as bad as all that. No, I'll bet she'll be even worse. I heave a heavy sigh. Anyway, I take it you're a tourist? Uh-huh. Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? Tokyo? Tokyo? That's pretty far away. I've always wanted to go there, but couldn't even finish a dot coloring book. There are tumbleweeds inside that girl's skull. Momoka! How are you this stupid? She's gonna be waitressing on her shift, and then she'll be like, wait, what? Why are you here? Lexi, why are you here? What are you doing? Fuck you, Lexi, fuck you. Sorry, Lexi is high on edibles while poor little me has to stay sober for my stream. And,
I'm gonna leave you in
get that Furby's hellspawn out of here! You know I hate Furbies. Get him out of here! Get him out of here! Get him off my desk! That is a demon. That is an evil demon, and I will not have him staring at me while I play lesbian visual novels.
That makes him your son as well. Are you?
I am no mother of any Furbies.
Okay, so you're just gonna be like a shitty stepmom, be like, you're not my son, and then when they grow up and have, stop talking to you, you know why.
That's fine. I don't want them to talk to me.
Okay. So you're just gonna miss out on a whole life with your little son.
Furby is not my son! Babe, Furbies terrify me. You know this. You know Furbies terrify me.
I know, but I need to keep the bit going because it's funny.
Come on, can you give me a hug?
Yeah.
I want a hug. How baked are you right now?
Barely.
I love you.
Swipe.
No, my blanket! I need it! You have the space heater! Momoka takes a ruler to bed to see how long she sleeps. Gumby-Choo! Hello, Gumby-Choo!
I haven't seen Gumby in a while.
My voice trails away.
Gumby designed Lexi.
Gumby designed Lexi's PNG. Then I frown. What are the odds of running into a boy called Aoi from Tokyo on the same day I learned about Hattori Aoi, also from Tokyo? One or two coincidences is fine, but I've started to rack up way too many for comfort. I really, really hope I'm mistaken, but does 2 + 2 equal 4? Your family name wouldn't happen to be Hattori, would it? Yep! Then you're Hattori Aoi? I sure am. Crap! And I said all that shit. Crap. He, or I guess she, is fucking gorgeous, and I was saying all that mean stuff about her. I thought this Aoi was a handsome boy, but in actual fact, you're Hattori Aoi? As in the Hattori Aoi who's gonna be staying with me and my family during the next 2 weeks? It sure looks like it, if your family name is Akiyama. Yes, I'm Akiyama Momoka. That's me. Aoi is far too nice for this girl. Then you really are the Momoka I'll be staying with. That's a relief. I was wondering why there was nobody at the harbor to pick me up. When my boat got in, I was afraid I was gonna be completely lost. My dad, he thought you were arriving tomorrow. He's, stupid. I can see that runs in the family. What? Nothing. Really? Aw, geez. We must have gotten our wires crossed. This is all pretty last minute. I'll say. Anyway, it's nice to meet you, Momoka. Aoi beams brightly. I hope you'll take good care of me. And I'm really sorry if my being here is causing you any problems. I'll try and keep out of your hair, so please don't hate me too much. I take a step back. Though it's a warm day, I can feel the color fading from my cheeks. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Not only did I make a wildly incorrect assumption about Aoi's gender, but I also blurted out a bunch of crap about how I don't want to deal with her right to her face. So much for making a good first impression. I've known Aoi for like 10 seconds, and I bet I've already offended her, even though she's standing there smiling at me like a fucking bishonen. Why am I such an idiot? Wow, Morishima sure is pretty. It's a lot nicer than I thought it would be. Good, I'm glad to hear that. I lead Aoi through Omorishima's twisting streets, my hands clenched at my sides. I feel painfully, uncomfortably aware of my major screw-up back at the beach, and no, I'm not talking about the thing with my shoe. I can't believe I said all that awful stuff to her. If I'd known the handsome boy who came to my aid was not, in fact, a boy, but my roommate, Hattori Aoi, I would have been more careful with my words. But it's too late to worry about that now. I can't take back everything I've said. I'm such an idiot. Hey, Aoi? Yeah? Aoi smiles, her expression's completely devoid of malice. This should put me at my ease, but it has the exact opposite effect. I feel even worse about this whole debacle than I did before. Oh no, I was mean to the nice ray of sunshine tomboy. This girl, I decide, is way too nice. I just wanted to apologize. For what? For all that thoughtless stuff I said. I'm afraid I didn't make you feel all that welcome. What? Aw, it's fine. Don't sweat it. We all make mistakes. I'm not offended, and it's not like anybody got hurt. You really don't mind? Nah, I actually agree with you. It was pretty cheeky of my dad, sending me here on such short notice. I'd be pissed if I had to share my bedroom with some random girl, too. You've not done anything to feel bad about, so don't dwell on it much. Besides, you are walking me back to your place. That's real nice of you. I appreciate it. I wince. I'm not half as nice as Aoi thinks. In fact, I'm pretty conniving. I need a cough drop. I only agreed to help her because I thought she was a handsome guy. But I think it'd be best to keep that under wraps, given how awkward things already are between us. Aoi's doing her best to smooth things over, but I still feel pretty terrabad. Hey now. Aoi sidles up to me, still smiling. Turn that frown upside down. I don't want to see you moping. I'll do my best. I force a smile. It's not very convincing, but it's better than nothing. Thanks, Aoi. It's no prob. If anything, I should be the one apologizing to you. This is kinda sorta my family's fault after all. How'd you figure? Well, it's a bit complicated, but Aoi loops her arms behind her head as she walks. Momoka, I don't mean to alarm you, but you're gay. Her sneaker-clad feet slapping against the ground with her slow, leisurely footsteps. I wonder if Aoi's walking slow on purpose so I can keep step with her. She's a good head taller than me. And she looks pretty athletic. Oh, I bet she could jog back to my house in under 3 minutes if she wanted to. Not that she knows where my house is. That's kind of the issue here. I need a cough drop for my throat. My throat is on fire right now. Dad was dithering about whether he wanted to commit to this holiday up until like a week ago. I need something for my throat. I'm sorry. My throat is so sore. Babe? Cough drop. myself cough drops. Oh, and a hydrate redeem. Thank you, Chance Nezumi. I'm all out of liquid deaths, but I can get a glass of water for you. Ah. All right. Hey. All right, I'm back. I'm just gonna save game. Pop a cough drop into my mouth. He was all set to call it off, even after he booked the tickets. I mean, can you believe that? He only went through with it in the end because I twisted his arm. Fucking nerd. And then I gave him a noogie. Because he's a fucking nerd. You mean you wanted him to go off on vacation and leave you here? Not really, no. I would have preferred to spend my summer back at home, but, well... I don't know how much your dad told you, but my mom died when I was pretty young. My dad's raised me on his own since then. Hang on, I'm trying to wrap up in my blanket again, because it is so fucking cold in my apartment. He was pretty upset, distraught really after Mom died, but he was so busy looking out for me that he didn't have any time to grieve. We never had much money, being single-income family at all. So we've never really been on any real holidays, other than visits to my grandmother in the Toyama Prefecture, I guess. I've only been to mainland Japan a few times in the past, and even then, I've not been much further than Miyagi. I wonder, what's in Toyama? Fields and hills, mostly. Is that all? Well, not completely. But my grandmother, that is, Dad's mom, lives in the middle of the countryside. There's a whole lot of nothing there. It's kind of pretty in the summer, I guess, with all these huge sunflowers, but there's not much to do. There isn't much to do in Omorishima either. It's not a very big island. I look around the street, save for a few rabbits which are scampering about on the sidewalk. It's quite uninspired. I bet this has nothing on Tokyo, with all its high-rise buildings that threaten to skewer the sky itself. Sighing, I kick at a loose rock on the roadside. From your perspective, this place must look like a dump. You'll probably hate it here. Don't be so pessimistic. I've not been here very long, but I think it's super cute. Just like you. What?! I'd love to go jogging around here. You go jogging? Sometimes, yeah. Wow, we're like polar opposites. I just like keeping myself busy. I guess I take after Dad. He can never sit still either. That's because he's always working. I'm kind of worried about him, actually. He's always pushing himself. I know he's doing it for me, but sometimes I wish he'd slow down a little. Dad might have pretty broad shoulders, but I don't think they're broad enough to carry all the responsibilities he tries to bear. That's why I wanted him to go on vacation with Micah. He deserves it. Micah? Dad's girlfriend. They've been seeing each other for a couple of years. He met a few women after Mom died. but he couldn't get serious about either of them. Micah's the only one he really gets along with, but they haven't been spending much time together lately. I don't want them to drift apart. I've seen how happy they are together. I think a vacation's just what they need to rekindle their relationship. Dad sacrificed so much for me, I'm prepared to do pretty much anything to help him out. Aoi grins, resting one hand on her hip. She has a very casual, almost boyish way of speaking, but her motivations are incredibly pure. You know, something I hate about when writing tomboys is, that people do is they always take away their mother figures and, like, make them raised by dudes, and that's not how you get tomboys. Tomboys just become tomboys because tomboys are tomboys. Is she like some kind of angel? I thought she'd be stuck up, but I was totally wrong on that score. Aoi is a lot nicer than I initially imagined. Here we are, home sweet home. I let Aoi inside, then shut the front door behind me. She glances out about our living room, her eyes wide. Her bulky bag, which I guess is crammed full of clothes for the next 2 weeks, lies on the floor by her feet. Our house isn't anything that special, but Aoi's staring at it like it's some kind of historical landmark. It's actually kind of embarrassing having my house scrutinized so much. So, what do you think? I think it's great! She beams, displaying 2 rows of neat white teeth. This island might be kind of small, but your house is huge. My cruddy place back in Tokyo's got nothing on this. Is it huge? I frown. My house doesn't seem all that special to me. Maybe that's because I lived here all my life. My parents moved into this place shortly after my mom published her first book, which proved to be an unprecedented hit. I don't really understand the stuff my mom writes about, but she has quite a lot of fans. That book kick-started her career, which, from what I can gather, has been all roses since then. My mom had me about a year after moving in here, and Mikan came along 4 years later. It's a nice big house, and there's more than enough space for the 4 of us. Now I'm looking at my home from the eyes of an impartial observer. I think I can see where Aoi's coming from. This isn't Love Bakudan, Chance Nazumi. By the way, I have a story in Love Bakudan. I guess this place is on the larger side, huh? That's putting it lightly. Aoi grins. My dad and I don't even have a house. We live in this crusty old apartment block with like 4 rooms. It's pretty cramped and the aircon doesn't even work properly. It always freaks out in the summer, no matter how many times a repairman comes over. I think it's on its last legs. Really? I look at Aoi, perplexed. You don't have a house? Nah. House prices in Tokyo are too expensive. My dad's only a teacher, and he doesn't have that much money. I think teachers are way underpaid for all the hours they put in. Poor Dad always looks exhausted by the end of the day. Then again, even if we had the money to move, I don't know if he would. We moved a couple times in the past, and it's always a major hassle. There's so much to sort out, so much to pack. Wow, I didn't know that. I look at the floor, feeling suddenly guilty. My family's not the wealthiest around, as Saya is only too fond of telling me, but we're not poor, not by any stretch of the imagination. Dad has a reasonably well-paying job, and my mom's a minor celebrity. Her newest books are breaking in royalties each month, and her talks always sell out super fast. TV a couple times. I always took my cushy life for granted. I never realized, or never thought to realize, that my situation isn't the norm. I guess I'm pretty privileged after all. Yeah, not only are you pretty privileged, but one of the ways in which you are pretty privileged, Momoka, is pretty privilege, because you're pretty. Which, granted, Aoi also has pretty privilege. Even if Omonishima's out in the middle of nowhere, I don't know much about the housing market, but I imagine they change a lot based on where you live. What might buy you a nice 2-story family story family home in Omorishima won't get you squat in a massively overcrowded city like Tokyo. It's not a surprise Aoi's family is struggling, given she comes from a one-parent household. Speaking of parents, I'd introduce you to my dad, but I don't know if he's here right now. The house has been pretty quiet since I got back. If Dad were here, he'd probably be taking care of the chores, but I can't hear the droning hum of the vacuum or the rumbling of the washing machine. I don't think Mikan's here either. Did she go out with some of her friends? I'm sorry about this. You must seem like a very thoughtless family. That's all right. Aoi is quick to reassure me, as is her wont. She's so conscientious, I might cry. I wouldn't want to inconvenience you. I'm a guest, after all. You shouldn't have to disrupt your schedules for my sake. It's precisely because you're a guest that we should be looking after you. We're not being very hospitable. I sigh. Oh well, Dad should be back soon enough. Just hang tight. He's been looking forward to seeing you. I bet he'll be sorry he missed your arrival. As for me, I take my phone from my pocket, then check the time. It's 10:30. More than an hour after my shift at Kaho's Cafe was supposed to start. Whoops! Can I claim whoopsie-daisy on this one? Crap. This isn't good. Kaho's gonna be so pissed at me! I'm really sorry, Aoi, but I've got to take off. I don't want to leave you here, but I need to head to work, Stat. Really? I didn't know that you had a job to get to. I'm sorry for keeping you, Momoka. If I'd have known, I wouldn't have asked you to take me to your house. You didn't ask. I offered. It's fine. At least I hope it will be fine. Kaho's pretty scary when she's angry. Will you be alright on your own? Don't worry about it. I'm a big, tough girl. I can look after myself. Whereabouts do you work, by the way? The Seaside Cafe. It's a small cafe located by the bait. It's a small cafe located by the beach, in case the name didn't give it away. It's not the most creative of names. It's owned by a woman called Kaho. She's friends with my dad, which is precisely why she gave me the job. I'm supposed to be working there over the summer, but I might not be for much longer if I don't get there ASAP! Ooh, the Seaside Cafe, huh? I've heard of that place. You have? I frown. We get a lot of tourists in the Seaside Cafe, but I don't know if it's all that popular. It's not like Moonland. Maybe not, but I did a little bit of research, see? I didn't want to mooch off you and your family for the next 2 weeks, so I figured I should apply for a part-time job while I'm staying here. I didn't hold out much hope since I didn't get anything, since I'm not here all that long, but I thought, with it being the summer and all, some places could use a bit of extra help. I asked your dad about it while we were hashing out the details of my trip, and he suggested I apply to the Seaside Cafe. I sent them an email and... Aoi grins. As luck would have it, I just so happened to land a job. It's quite the coincidence, huh? No, not really, if you think about why Dad suggested it. I frown. Aoi looks pretty pleased about this supposed stroke of good luck, but I'm more skeptical. If Dad suggested... she worked at the Seaside Cafe, it seems more likely he would have put in a good word to Kaho on her behalf. Dad and Kaho have been friends for a while, and she owes him a couple of favors. You know how mafias are. This revelation, though somewhat surprising, is nowhere near on the level of my accidentally running into Aoi this morning. Fuck. I didn't expect Aoi to be both my new roommate and my coworker, but I guess that's the way things have worked out. Say, Momoka. Yeah? I'm not meant to start working until tomorrow, but since you're heading over there anyway, let me guess, you want me to take you there? Yeah, hang on. You know what? I should probably play with headphones, even though my ears were starting to hurt. If you would, that'd probably be a better use of my time than sitting around here. I don't have them on backwards, do I? I don't really like being on my own. And I want to start working as soon as possible. That's admirable and all, but aren't you tired? You only got here. You should head to my room and rest. Rest is for the weak. I can do that after I die. It's way more important I start making some money so's I can thank your dad for putting me up. I don't want to be a burden. Aoi might be bright and bubbly, but her sense of duty is comparable to a soldier's. It's pretty impressive, but... jeez. Alright. My splint is starting to hurt. Give me a sec. No! Ooh! Ah! Ugh! Ooh, still can't tilt my wrist. Still can't move my wrist backwards. Ooh, ooh, no, no. Ow, 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 ow. Like it was starting to squeeze on my thumb, so I should let it breathe for a while, but nope. Whatever's happening to my wrist is still bad. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Ooh. Ah. Jeez. I smile, then shake my head. You're pretty silly, Aoi. Why'd you say that? Well, I know this must sound I know this must sound kind of stupid coming from me. I'm pretty silly myself. Pot, kettle, you're black and all. You can call me a hypocrite if you want, but... I'm Asian. You don't have to worry about being a burden. My dad's nice to anybody. He'd never think of taking you in as a chore, and you're not obligated to work to earn your keep. I did figure out as much, yeah. He seemed real nice in the emails he sent me. But I'd feel wrong to take advantage of his kindness. I gotta do something to repay him. Are you sure he won't accept my money? Does he take checks? From a 17-year-old? Get real. You're not even a proper adult yet. I might not be an adult, but my money is worth just as much as anybody else's. My gratitude, too. Oh, God, my wrist. Oh, fuck. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, fuck. I think you're being plenty grateful already. She's so earnest and industrious, I'm starting to feel guilty. I can't believe that only an hour prior, I was hoping Aoi might fall foul of some horrible maritime accident and fall headfirst into the briny deep. How could I have been so cruel? She's the hottest girl I've ever seen, and I want to tackle her to the ground and make out with her. It's probably too late for this since you already applied, but you really don't need to work this summer. You're on holiday. You should enjoy yourself. That's very sweet of you, but I like keeping busy, as I said. I'd want to work even if I didn't feel obliged. If I let myself health get too lax, I'd probably spend all my time at the beach, and then I'd be all rusty when it comes to playing basketball. Okay, let me try. I think I should put my splint back on. I know I said it was just starting to, like, choke my thumb a bit, but... Okay, Velcro straps. That should go that way. Tighten the straps. Basketball? Yep. And you go jogging? I sure do. Wow. I pull a face. I could never do all that. I'm lousy at sports. I'm sure you're not that bad, Momoka. How can you say that? You don't even know me. I'm sure Aoi's trying to be nice, but she has no business deciding just how bad or not bad I am at sports. She hasn't seen me in PE class. Ugh, fuck. I'm feeling sickly. Even Yukie, with her childish proportions, is faster than I am. I can't kick a ball to save my life. Swimming a single length in the school pool makes me feel lightheaded, and the less I say about dodgeball, the better. I'm not just terrible at sports, I'm downright dreadful. My reticence doesn't deter Aoi, though. Her bright smile remains unwavering. This is the second time I've said the word reticence. I've got like a word-a-day calendar, and reticence was the word for today. I might not know you all that well right now, but I'd like to get to know you. I'll be living with you for a couple weeks, and we'll be working in the same place. It'll be awkward if we don't try to get along. I know you didn't want me staying here, but I hope I can make up for that. Just give it a bit of time. I'm sure we'll be fast friends. We already are, Aoi. We already are. I look at Aoi blankly. She looks incredibly handsome when she grins like that. I never thought I had a thing for girls, but her gender doesn't seem all that important when she's ticking all my boxes. Her smile's doing a serious number on my heart. It's flipping about in my chest like a pancake. Hey, Momoka, are you all right? I'm fine. I turn my back on Aoi, then check my phone again. It's 10:45 now. Even if I ran, which I won't, I hate running, I doubt I'd make it to work by 11 at the latest. I am well and truly screwed. Let's hurry to the cafe together, shall we? Kaho will be wondering where I am. That sounds good to me. Let's head on out. Aoi grins and punches her arm in the air. Her enthusiasm must be catching, because I find myself smiling too. Akiyama Momoka, where the devil have you been? That That's how my wonderful boss, Kaho, finally greets me when I finally show up at the Seaside Cafe. Her eyes are narrowed, and she sounds annoyed, like super annoyed. Oh God, I hope I'm not getting sick. I really, really hope I'm not getting sick. This has been a really hard winter for old Neri. I guess I can't judge her, given I am over an hour late for work, but I don't like being glared at. She's looking at me like I'm less than human. I'm sorry I was late. One or two things cropped up is all. Dad had to talk to me about something this morning which held me up, and then... Oh, so you're trying to blame Fujitaka for this, aren't you? Well, you are the absolute limit, Momoka. It's one thing to oversleep and get to work late, but it's another to use your own father as an excuse for your shortcomings. Now stop thinking of silly excuses. You need to learn to take some responsibility for your failings. You'll never grow up otherwise. I grit my teeth together. This is so unfair. I'm not lying. Dad really did have something to tell me. It was very important, too. Dad really did have something to tell me. This girl's gonna be staying at my house, see? And not another word. Kaho shoots me down swiftly, her hands planted on her hips. Honestly, I'm employing you to serve my customers, Momoka, not talk back to me. Remember, I am the one in charge here. You are just my underling. So she's like every boss ever. Got it. I know. Now what do you have to say? Sorry? Say it like you mean it. I really am sorry, Kaho. I hope you can forgive me for being facetious and for slandering my father's good name. Good. Now that wasn't very hard, was it? Kaho smiles. Talking about my dad always makes Kaho smile, no matter how foul her mood. My dad's a photographer, and he works with Omorishima's tourism board. Promoting Omorishima and its attractions is part of his job. One of Dad's first assignments when he took the job many, many years ago was to snap a few photos of Kaho's cafe for a fancy magazine. It is so cold in my apartment. It's like fucking 17 degrees outside. Oh, good. We're getting another winter storm. Fuck. He's very amicable, which makes it hard not to like him. When it comes to his work, though, he's a real pro. Kaho admired his work ethic, and she enjoyed his easy company. She really appreciated the fact that after the article of her cafe was run in the magazine, her business began to boom. Dad hasn't taken any photos of Kaho's cafe in a good while, but he and Kaho are on good terms nonetheless. Kaho babysit Mikan and I when we were younger, and sometimes she comes to our house for dinner. She might be my boss, but she's kinda like a family friend. That's how I ended up getting a summer job at this cafe. It was all due to my dad's influence. With his A-rank charisma. I'm not going to read that line. Maybe then I'd have a bit more luck with the guys. Now, why don't you tell me the real reason you were here late, Momoka? Well, You weren't staying up late drawing again, were you? Not exactly. Then what were you doing? I'm really very sorry, but it isn't Momoko's fault she was late today. It's mine. I'll be staying with her family for a couple weeks, and she spent this morning showing me around. I apologize for the inconvenience. Aoi bows her head, which prompts Kaho to give her a curious once-over. Excuse me? She purses her lips together. And who might you be, young man? I'm, not a guy, actually. It's a pretty easy mistake to make, though. I'm Aoi, Hattori Aoi. I applied for a job at your cafe a few days back. I'm not meant to start working until tomorrow, but I thought I might as well come over early, since Momoko was already heading here. You were one employee short this morning, thanks to me, so I'd like to start working to repay my debt. Once again, I really am sorry for the inconvenience. Aoi bows for the second time. Issa, thank you for the head pats. Thank you, Issa. Kaho looks a bit taken back by all this because she blinks. Ah, so you're Aoi, are you? I take it you're the girl who will be staying with Fujitaka and his family. That's me. It's a pleasure to meet you. You too. Kaho's expression relaxes into a smile. Just popping in. I'm at work, so I'll be listening in when I can. Nice. I'm sorry you're at work. Hope you get paid a lot of money. Hope you make that moolah. Hope you get that bread. Get that cheddar. I am having a sore throat and a cough. You're always at work all the time. Girl, don't I know it. Jesus! What the fuck kind of work schedule is that? I think that might be an unlawfully long work schedule. But yeah, I'm playing lesbian visual novels because, my hand is in a splint. And so I can't do the manufacturing industry kind of schedule. Yeah, got it. Oh, that's fucked. Yeah, I live in the northern Midwest, so, like, Chicago specifically. But I used to work in food service. And, yeah, customer service, food service is a nightmare, as you can imagine. Lexi and I both worked in food service. I'm gonna wrap up in... Ooh, I'm so fucking cold. Fujitaka spoke quite highly of you. You're more than welcome to work here. Oh yeah! You were so tired last night, it was like a dream. Hey, don't sweat it. I'm glad you're so reliable and so polite, too. You'd better watch out, Momoka. I've known Aoi less than 5 minutes, but if anything happens to her, I'd kill everyone in this cafe and then myself. She hasn't worked a single day yet, but she's already showing more gumption than you ever have. Kaho shoots me a poignant glance, and I wilt under it like an underwatered flower. That's mean, Kaho. You've known me since I was a kid. And I know just how lazy you can be. I'm not lazy. Your standards are way too high. I have high standards because I care about you, Momoka. As a friend of your family, it's my duty to shape you into a decent human being who can arrive at work on time. I owe it to Fujitaka for helping me so much with my business. Yes, ma'am. I bow beneath the force of Kaho's righteous zeal. Oh my god. You remember nothing. I'm sorry. She scolds me even more than my own mother does. It's not fair. Ugh. I have a totally legit reason for being late today, though. I was trying to be nice for once. Mostly because I thought Aoi was a hot guy, and I was in with a chance of having a summertime romance. Momoka, you are still in a chance of having a summertime romance. But I won't delve into that. Kaho doesn't need to know about my fantasies, and neither does the subject of my fantasies. You can't hold that against me, can you? I suppose not, no. Kaho's eyebrows knit together. But this hardly excuses all the other times you've shown up for work late. Just getting some gunk off my screen. How do you plan to explain away those slip-ups? Well, I look away awkwardly. I can already feel cold droplets of sweat beginning to form on my brow. Oh, God. I'm so cold. Why is it so cold in here? I'm fucking freezing. Chat. I'm a frozen snow leopard. I wonder if I am getting sick. How can I talk my way out of this one? Kaho's expression is nothing short of piercing. Well, never mind that for now. Your alibi this time is watertight, which makes for a pleasant change. I cannot be too angry with you for being a good hostess, though I do wish you called me to explain the situation. Hey, Ice Witch, Snow Leopard, we're both creatures of the cold, and yet I'm a snow leopard who can't handle being cold, but I wonder if it's because am I getting sick? Sore throat, cough, I mean, the injured wrist is not gonna be connected. Oh, thank you, LRB. I know. I got kind of caught up. I'm sorry, boss. Please try to be more thoughtful next time, Momoka. This is why I have a thick hoodie that goes down to my knees. I just get into it and curl up into a ball. I mean, I've got a blanket that I'm wrapped up in. Also, no getting sick. I just got better. Can't have other people getting sick. There's definitely something going around again. Ah, fuck. Hi, babe. Babe. Oh, are you charging up your pen? Are you charging up the weed pen? hug, hug, hug.
I'm hugging.
Oh. No, stay.
Why?
Because I love you.
I love you too, but I would like to be
And
free.
I wish you wouldn't call me boss.
I'm not
It
going to
makes
call
me-
you boss. I don't call you
It makes
boss.
me sound
Let
like
me
a
go.
gang leader.
I must be free.
Sorry,
You are kind of a
Caho.
game leader. You have a Twitch stream. They're your game. Chat's your game.
Yeah, chat is my
I'm
gang.
gonna be free.
No, hugs. I want more hugs. Whoa, are you okay?
I haven't.
How
Kidding that
high
I'm-
are you, Lexi?
I'm not very high. I just stepped on this thing.
The chair leg?
Yes, I stepped on the chair leg.
Oh. Oh.
You smell.
Hello, motherfucker.
Like a cough drop? Ooh,
Smell.
Thomas the Tactician, thank you for the follow. We're a gang? Who we fighting? The cops. The law.
The law.
Are you taking the entire thing of sativa gummies with you? No, I haven't even. You wanna know how many of those I've had so far, chat? None.
I was taking the whole thing with me. I was stim. Can I keep stimming?
I don't
Fine,
trust.
I'll stim with this.
Those are my melatonin
Can I
gummies.
stim with? Okay, fine. I'll stim with this.
Oh, your deodorant? Stick with your deodorant all you
I
want.
can't do it as easily. Give me one of the jars. It's more topical.
This is for my sleeping. The
I'm
melatonin
not
is.
going to take your I can't do it with the charger. Thank you.
Yeah, the melatonin is for sleeping and the sativa is for fun. Let's go! Be gay, do crime. I'm jelly. I can't get high. I don't handle it well. I'm trying to get high less, also trying to drink less. But yeah. Now, are you sure you don't mind working today, Owie? That's what booze is for, LOL. I mean, yeah, but if it's between getting high and booze, I mean, getting high is the healthier option. I'm probably gonna take one after stream tonight, just cause being high kinda helps with the pain in the wrist. That's fine by me. I want to get stuck right in. I'd like to get stuck right in Momoka, if you know what I mean. Very good. That's what I like to hear. Would you mind showing Owie the ropes, Momoka? Introduce her to our new colleagues and get her a uniform. Probably genuinely the issue is that I'd rather die than deal with the dry mouth. I mean, here's the thing, Issa. My mouth is already dry, so really. Sure thing, Caho. Good. Hop to it then. I'll do my best. I don't want to let Owie down. She's seen way too much of my clumsy, uncool side today. This could be my chance to turn things around. I'll prove to her I'm a super reliable senior, and then she'll have no choice but to look up to me. And then it's like, oh no, she's hot, she's stylish, she's got the riz, and she's good at everything. No! My plan is perfect. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Momoko laughing like an Ojo-sama. Ugh. No, I can't laugh like that, not even in the confines of my own head. I'm starting to sound way too much like Saya. I give Aoi a quick tour of the cafe. It's been open for an hour already, but the breakfast rush has since died down, and there aren't too many customers, which is a relief. I briefly introduce Aoi to the few members of the waitstaff we passed, then head to the break room. We all get changed in here. There are lockers in the back you can stash your stuff in. Your clothes should be safe in there. Ah, God. probably gonna go for like another hour or so, maybe 2. I see. Thanks. Thank you. Aoi grins. You're a pretty comprehensive tour guide, Momoka. I think I'm getting the hang of this. There is something I'm curious about, though. What? Do you have a girlfriend? There's well... Why is there a girl slumped on the table? Oh... The rest of my colleagues are out serving customers, but this one's out for the count less than 2 hours into her shift. She's very slender and small, with long, wavy brown hair which tumbles over her shoulders in waves. Her name is Morino Yukie, and she's in my senior year at school. I think she must suffer from narcolepsy, because she always looks tired. The dark bags beneath her eyes are a permanent fixture on her otherwise soft, heart-shaped face. She passes out in school semi-regularly, and she's always trying to sneak naps on the sly in the middle of her shifts. Actually, no, she's not narcoleptic. She's just always out partying! I'm so used to seeing her slumped over the table in the break room, it no longer registers. Yukie's quiet enough that it's easy to overlook her, and she's even stiller than the table she's resting her head on. If I didn't know Yukie is a real human being like myself, I'd almost be tempted to believe she's some kind of crazy realistic doll. That's Yukie. Yukie? Yeah, she's one of our colleagues. You can just ignore her if you want. Really? That sounds kind of rude. Are you sure she's alright? She's fine. But she hasn't budged an inch since we came in here. What if she's passed out? She's just sleeping, I think. You might think that, but you don't know it for certain. I'm pretty certain. She lies there silently, so silently, and perfectly frozen in place like a photograph. She's probably sleeping. Probably. I mean, I don't think she's dead. My brow furrows. Do you want me to poke her and find out? If you wouldn't mind. I know it's rude to poke people while they're sleeping, but it'd put me at ease. Alright, fuck. Oh god, I'm really not feeling too great, chat. I guess if you're not used to Yukie, seeing her can be disconcerting. Our teachers, who should be used to her passing out on her desk by now, still get troubled by the sheer stillness of her small, sleeping body. Oof, God. Ugh. I mean, I want to get to the end of the day, at least. That's my goal, is to get to the end of the day. When she sleeps, she does it so soundly her chest doesn't even rise and fall. By the end of the day, I mean the end of the in-game day. Yukie? I approach her slowly, as a hunter might pursue a small animal, and poke her cheek with the tip of my finger. This is how you hunt tigers in the jungles of Cambodia. That's a lie. Please don't poke sleeping tigers on the cheek with your finger. You'll die. Yukie! Are you still alive? Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Yukie! I poke her even harder. Yukie! Oh my fucking god, she fucking dead. Ms. Keisha! Ms. Keisha! Ms. Keisha! Oh my fucking god, she fucking dead. I guess I'll have to appeal to her base instincts then. Hey, Yukie. You'd best wake up. Kaho is getting pretty sick of you shirking all your responsibilities. She said if you don't get up right now, she'll fire you. You don't want to suffer the indignation of being given the boot before me, do you? What? This threat, at least, is enough to finally break through Yukio's defenses. Yukie, so relatable. Yawning, the short, slight girl draws her head from the table, rubbing her eyes with her hands. And she's alive! Thank goodness! I knew this would work. It might be underhanded, but Yukie has a lot of pride for a girl who's always shuffling around like a zombie. There, you see? You don't need to worry about Yukie anymore. She's wide awake. I'm relieved. I was starting to worry we might have a murder case on our hands. That'd be a pretty wild way to kick off my first day on Morishima. Who got murdered? We were afraid you'd been murdered, you dummy. Murders don't take place on Morishima. It's too quiet. Well, I know that, but Aoi doesn't. Aoi? Yukie blinks at Aoi. Her eyes look unfocused even after she rubs them. I doubt she's seeing her properly. That might explain why she's not staggered by Aoi's good looks like I was back on the beach. Well, that and the fact that Yukie is obviously smitten with Himari. Who's this? She's one of our new colleagues. She'll be working with us starting from today. Oh, I see. I'm gonna go back to sleep. Where's Kaho? She's out front like always. I thought you said she was going to fire me. Of course she isn't going to fire you. Who could? You're too adorable. Unfortunately. Yukie really is cute, and I'm not exaggerating. She's actually a month older than I am. Her birthday's in May, while mine's in June. Gay month! Gay month! But you'd never think that to look at her. She's a good head shorter than me, and I'm not particularly tall to begin with. It's not uncommon for people... hold on. I just gotta... Meow. Her favorite frilly clothes, coupled with her cute hair ribbons, do little to dispel these misconceptions. Whenever our class puts on plays during the school culture festival, Yukie always gets cast as the fairy godmother. It's hard to resist the temptation. Nobody looks more like a fairy or a doll than she does. So, Kaho isn't going to fire me? Nope. I see. You lied to me, Momoka. Does that mean you lied to me? Lie is a dirty word. I was just being a little economical with the truth. You mean you deceived me? Well, I guess. Yukie scowls. You're a bad person, Momoka. Why do people keep telling me that? First I got lectured by Dad, then Kaho, and now teeny tiny Yukie wants to cut me down to size. What did I I do to deserve this? Jeez. Yukie shakes her head. If you don't know why people get mad at you all the time, I don't know what to tell you. You could tell me that I'm a super kind and considerate senior trying to look out for our new colleague. Momoka's been very nice to me. She met up with me at the beach, then walked me back to her place, though she was late for work. She got into a bit of trouble with her boss on my account. I feel pretty bad about it, actually. Don't bother. Kaho's always losing her temper with Momoka. She deserves it for being so slovenly. Says the girl who always falls asleep in the middle of her shifts. Fuck you, Momoka. No, fuck you. 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 Yukie just has like her face planted on the desk and is like, no, fuck you. Just like giving the middle finger with her face on the desk, on the table. I only do that when there aren't many customers. I at least arrive at work on time, unlike some people. I was late because I was showing Aoi around. Weren't you listening? Of course, I, unlike you, pay others the due attention they deserve on the off chance I might learn something. You may have been late today for a noble cause, but that does not excuse your past tardiness. That's what Kaho said. Yukie, you're kind of a pain in the ass. I know. That does not come as a surprise. Oh, it was Momoka who said, that's what Kaho said. Yukie smirks. I believe you were late for every single one of your shifts last week. All right, that's enough out of you. I turn my back on Yukie, scowling. You're going to give Aoi the wrong impression. I'm trying to act like a cool, reliable senior here. You are a cool, reliable senior, Momoka. No, she's not. Don't lie to her. You may be her senior. I do not know how old she is. But you are not cool or reliable by any stretch of the imagination. Cough drop. If you've been able to convince her otherwise, she will soon receive a rude awakening. You, Akiyama Momoka, are utterly inconvenient. Hey, don't say that. It's mean. But it is the truth. Saying that doesn't make me feel any better. I'm unconcerned with your feelings. I was not trying to make you feel better. I think it is important you know how lacking you are. It is only by accepting our faults and flaws, of which you have many, that we can begin to change. Though it seems unlikely, I hope that one day you can become the cool, reliable senior you dream of. Also, I was dreaming of pudding, and I'm very upset that you interrupted my pudding dream. Good luck, Momoka. You will need it. Why, you... I scowl at Yukie while Aoi giggles. Yukie needs to work on her bedside manner. She may be right, but that doesn't mean she's not an ass. You two must get along pretty well, huh? If that's what you think... If that's what you think, you might need to get your eyes tested. Wouldn't it be tableside manner because she's a waitress? I've got 20/20 vision, thank goodness. Hey, same! Which is weird because everybody else in my family needs glasses. I don't know if I'd look good in glasses. I'm not the studious type. I'm not sure about that. I look Aoi up and down, one hand beneath my chin. You'd look good in anything. Or nothing. I think you could pull it off. You think? I don't see why not. Glasses can add a lot of appeal. There's a huge market for handsome guys wearing glasses. You see them a lot in romance manga. Oh, yes. And they often talk like this. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't read romance manga. Aoi grins, her arms looped behind her head. Does that mean you think I'm handsome, Momoka? What? No, maybe? You don't? No, I just, that is to say, I look away from Aoi, my face on fire. Oh, fuck, I'm lesbian. I feel almost as embarrassed as I did back on the beach, and both my shoes are firmly planted on my feet. Me and my big mouth. How come I never think before I speak? You'd think I would have learned my lesson by now. Don't read into it too much. I was just talking out loud. You do that often. It makes me worry. You worry about me? Yes, indeed. Yukie nods. I worry that you might be insane. Wow, thanks for the vote of confidence, I guess. You're welcome. I was being sarcastic, you narcoleptic bitch! Yukie smiles thinly, then looks between Aoi and I. I take it from what you said earlier that Aoi will be staying with you. That's right. Apparently our dads are friends. And how long will you be in Omorishima, Aoi? 2 weeks. I see. Well, it is nice to meet you. You too. You seem like you have some common sense, which is more than can be said for Momoka. I look forward to working with you. Yukie smiles thinly. Now, if Kaho isn't going to fire me, I will go back to sleep for a few minutes. Good night. Oh god, this music is making me sleepy. Good night. I wonder if she's anemic, because I'm kind of anemic and I get tired really easily. Of course, most girls are slightly anemic. Something about Yuki's slow, sleepy demeanor always pulls me into her pace, then shake my head. I can't allow this. No, not good night. You need to wake up, Yukie. Aoi still needs to get changed, and I need to watch her get changed. I mean, what? Yukie sits back up, then shoots me a skeptical look. So, dummy, it will be awkward if you're sitting here. I doubt she wants a stranger to watch her stripping. Actually, I don't mind giving you girls a show. Not helping Aoi, I want the show to only be for me. As I would. I'm not shameless enough to sneak a peek like you, Momoka. I already have Himari. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about, you virgin bitch. You're the one who's been drooling over Aoi, not me. I've not been drooling! There's not even been a drop of drool involved! Momoka, you are thirstier than a man in the fucking Sahara. You're not thirsty, you're dehydrated. You are so down bad. Then explain why you called her handsome. Well, I mean, look at her! I didn't, that doesn't mean anything. So you flirt with every girl you meet. I feel like were it not for the rating, Aoi totally wouldn't mind. She wouldn't. A small, thin smile rises to Yukie's lips. Pervert. I open and close my mouth, but no words come out. No intelligent words, at least. I'm so flustered, I can't bring myself to do anything more than stammer. Yukie may look cute with her curly hair and her heart-shaped face, but deep down inside, this girl is a demon. It's alright, Momoka. Aoi, who's remained remarkably calm during this comic exchange, offers me a smile. I don't mind getting changed with Yukie around. Pretty much, this is similar. This is similar to how you tease Lexi. I'm not easily embarrassed, and it won't be too different from getting ready for PE in school. I guess I wouldn't want to get undressed around with a stranger. Particularly one with a tongue as acerbic as Yuki's, but if Aoi doesn't mind, there's no point kicking up a fuss. What am I, the protector of her innocence? I'll keep my lips buttoned on the matter. Now, what am I supposed to change into exactly? I don't want to make Kaho wait. Well, now, let me see. The waitresses usually wear these frilly dresses like the one Yukie is wearing, but it's not an ironclad rule. I could dig out one of the guys' uniforms instead if you're not comfortable with the short skirt. What do you think? I don't want to be a bother, but skirts aren't really my thing. This outfit looks very cute on Yukie, and I'm sure it looks cute on you too, Momoka, but it'd probably look all frumpy and weird on me. I'd rather go with something with pants. It's not a bother. Kaho prefers wearing pants too. Let me go grab one for you. I take one of the boys' uniforms out of the drawer at the back and smooth it down with my fingers. While the girls' uniforms are cute and frilly, the boys' uniforms are way more modest. They come in sets with crisp white shirts and brown pants. I've often wondered whether I'd look better in this getup myself. The girls' uniforms are super cute with their frilly skirts and ruffled headbands, but they don't seem to suit me. My height is completely average, and my face is pretty plain, and when I dress up in frills, it makes me look like I'm trying too hard. I'm not cute like Yukie, and I'm not handsome like Aoi. I think I'm decidedly ordinary, but maybe I'm being too self-conscious. Here you go. This should fit you. I handle the bundle of clothes to Aoi, who accepts them with a smile. Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate it. I guess I'll get changed then. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This isn't supposed to be that kind of game! Hey, wait! What? Aoi glances at me. Her fingers are gripping the rolled-up hem of her shirt, which is revealing a rather sizable strip of bare skin. Oh no, she's hotter with her clothes off! No! Is something wrong? It sounds like the music is going, wow. Does she really need to ask me that? She might not have any issues with her body. Quite rightly, too. She's really good looking. But I'm starting to get seriously flustered. What? What indeed? Is something the matter? Yukie smirks. You've gone bright red, Momoka. Bottom text! It couldn't be that you're enjoying this, are you? No, I'm not! I don't know what you mean! I rather think you do, you pervert. I'm not a pervert! Then why are you staring at Aoi like that? I don't mean to, jeez. I press one hand to my chest, my heart's pounding's fit to burst. Aoi's really handsome. Crap, my face is so red I can feel it. I've never felt this way about anybody before. If this keeps up... Momoka? If I spend more time with her then? Hey, Momoka! I'm afraid I really might fall for her. I'd like to say the rest of the workday passed without incident, but that wouldn't be strictly true. It was hard muddling my way through a 5-hour shift at work. I'm not sure how I managed it. I kept sneaking glances at Aoi on the sly, despite my best attempts to avoid doing so. I was so distracted through my shift, I dropped a cutely arranged strawberry shortcake sundae on the ground. The fancy fluted dessert glass shattered, and everybody in the cafe looked at me. It was a humiliating experience all around. I had to bow profusely to the shocked couple who'd ordered the sundae, and then I had to clean it up. But my fingers were shaking so much I cut myself on a piece of glass, then started bleeding everywhere. Kaho wasn't at all impressed by my clumsiness. In act, spotted another typo. In act, that's 2 typos in this so far. She forbade me from taking orders for the rest of my shift. I was stuck cleaning tables and washing up dishes, while Yukie, who's about half the size of me, balanced trays stayed high with parfaits and crepes and cups of coffee without any spillages to speak of. Oh, Momoka, sweetie, it's too late for that. You are already whipped. My hands are all wrinkled and pruny from the hot water, and they still smell of washing up liquid. You mean soap? Just say soap. I need a bath. I want to get in the tub as soon as I can. But first, I have a meal with my dad and my sister to sit through. Nah, this is delicious.
I'm glad you like it. You can have seconds if you want.
How, really? And I'll help myself. This is my lucky day. Aoi rises from the table and pads to the kitchen counter, plate in hand. She scoops up more food onto her plate while I poke poutily at my meal. Poutily? Is that a word? I really can't fathom what she's so excited about. Dad's cooking, while passable, is always relatively plain, and today's meal is plainer than most, since it was made with whatever leftovers he could scrape together from the fridge. He prepared for us to... Wow, that is plain. Cold soba noodles, snow peas, a side of pickled radishes, and kinpira. I mean, I love pickled radishes. Pickled radishes are the tits, but it is rather plain. The food's decidedly mediocre, but Aoi is devouring it like it's a dish from a 5-star restaurant. Has she never seen food before? Oh, yeah. I don't really eat food. I sustain myself on all the pussy I eat back at Tokyo. Anybody else starting to think Dad knows what's up? Probably. That would not surprise me. I mean, everybody... I mean, even sleepy Yukie could tell that, Momoka basically has heart eyes every time she looks at Aoi. These pickled radishes are so crunchy and refreshing. I can't get enough of them. Pickled radishes are the tits. I love pickled radishes. Thanks, Mr. Akiyama.
Oh, you don't need to be so formal. Fujitaka is mine. Fujitaka is fine.
Are you sure?
Of course, your dad was one of my closest friends back when I still lived in Tokyo. As far as I'm concerned, you're a member of our family, just like Mikan and Momoka.
Oh yeah, he definitely knows she's gonna be a daughter-in-law. He definitely knows. He 100% for certain knows, and I'm going to take my pants off. Getting up to, like, adjust my seat, like, way too much. I'm probably, after I end stream, which is gonna do after, like, they go to bed for the day, I'm probably gonna... Alright then, thank you, Fujitaka. Did you make this food yourself?
As a matter of fact, I did.
Oh wow, that makes it doubly delicious. It isn't really that special. Maybe not to you, but it is to me. I'm not used to eating homemade meals like this, especially not at such a lively dinner table.
Doesn't Seiji have the time to cook?
Not really. He's always so busy with work. He gets home from school pretty late, and he's always planning new lessons and grading homework. We usually eat takeout or meals from the convenience store. It's easier that way.
From what I remember, Seiji wasn't the best cook.
Oh, Dad's useless in the kitchen. He even has problems making instant noodles. Mom used to do all the cooking for us back when she was still around, but, well, I'm used to eating sandwiches from the convenience store. They're not bad, I guess, but they get kind of stale after a while. If I ever see another minced pork sandwich, I think I might scream.
Got it. I'll take minced pork sandwiches off the menu.
Well, Aoi reconsiders. Maybe minced pork sandwiches wouldn't take so bland if you made them. I'm sure your cooking is way better than anything they sell at the 7-Eleven near my house.
High praise indeed. I'm no culinary genius like my wife, but maybe we can put that to the test.
Oh, that might be fun. It'll be the ultimate showdown. But I'm pretty sure we know who'd win. And with a cheerful laugh, Aoi scoops up yet more cold soba noodles into her mouth. Aoi's way of eating can't be described as elegant. She quickly shovels food into her mouth. She shovels food into her mouth quickly and swallows, barely chewing. So she eats like a gremlin. She seems to prioritize efficiency over enjoyment, but maybe that's because she's grown accustomed to eating food from the supermarket over the years. Hey, I'm the same. I don't mind supermarket food myself, but if I had to live on it day in, day out, I'd probably start detesting it too. In my house, meals are a relaxing affair, conducted amongst family. I usually enjoy myself during these meals, but I can't relax today. The smiling faces that surround me do little to put me at ease. Especially after I saw Ali take her shirt off earlier today. I wonder why. It can't be Ali's fault. She's nothing like the image I've conjured up of her in my head. She isn't snobby, or stuck-up, or selfish. She's more like the girl of my dreams. Her smile hasn't faltered since she crossed the threshold of my house. She didn't even look put out when she learned about Mikan's deafness, which throws some people. Ali's a nice girl. That much is indisputable. I wonder why her being with her makes me feel so tense. Momoka, let me spell it out for you. You are gay.
Hey, Aoi. I'm curious. Have you ever thought of cooking for yourself?
I have considered it, but, well... Howie smiles bashfully. I'm almost as bad at cooking as my dad.
You must be exaggerating. I can't imagine anybody being as bad at cooking as Seiji.
Oh, you'd be surprised. We had to make pound cake in school a few months ago, and mine turned out totally inedible. I tried to follow the recipe properly, and I measured out all the ingredients, but for some reason my cake didn't rise at all. Hi, babe. Hold on.
Oh, no. Please stay over here.
Okay, I'll stay over here. I'm all the way over here. I'm just...
Sit.
It was all flat and stuck to the bottom of the cake pan, and it got burned. It smelled foul, and it tasted even worse. I brought a slice...
How could you say that to your own girlfriend?
I don't know. How could I? I'm over here. There you all fine.
Go ahead. I dare you! I dare you! Oh, I'll do it.
Stop, please. Please stop, please.
Oh, yeah, you're around Final Records. We don't want to squish them. Alright, let me get back to the game. I got a stream to do. I brought a slice home for Dad, and he ate it and tried to look pleased, but even I could tell he was forcing himself. Hold on. I'm just not cut out for cooking. No matter how hard I try, things always seem to go wrong. I'm only really good at sports. When it comes to practical things like cooking or cleaning, I just make a huge mess. Got it, so you're a Kiana Caslana. I'm kinda a huge klutz.
No, don't be so hard on yourself. Cooking isn't an innate skill, it's something that has to be learned through trial and error. Your issue is that you've never had a chance to learn, what with Seiji's own skills being subpar, shall we say.
Hey, Lexi.
No. Let go of me. Let go of me.
Hug. Give me a hug.
Let me through now.
Please give me a hug.
No.
I'm not gonna smack your ass, I promise. What are you doing? I'm not gonna smack your ass. Why don't you trust me?
Because you've been proven to be untrustworthy. Also, your life. Please let me be free.
But I want to hug you.
Okay, you're hugging me, but I have to go. I'm in the middle of something back in the other room.
What are you in the middle of?
I'm talking with some people about records.
Okay, here, give me a kiss before you go. Okay,
Be free.
be free. Be
See
free.
what she puts me through, chat? See this?
I'm... I love you too! God damn, fuck.
If you've had enough of minced pork sandwiches, I wouldn't mind teaching you a few basic recipes.
You would?
Sure, I think it might be fun. I'm not the best cook myself, but you seem to like my food, and I flatter myself. I do, and if I
should be an if there. That's a third typo.
and if I may flatter myself, I do know my way around the kitchen. I still don't know what the fuck this voice is I'm doing for the dad. I'm better at it than Seiji, at least.
That's not hard. But I couldn't. I'll blow up your kitchen.
I'd like to see you try.
Dad laughs.
I'll watch over you, don't worry. I won't let you make any silly mistakes. I've done a bit of baking with Mikan and Momoka in the past, and we've always enjoyed ourselves. Isn't that right, girls?
Dad looks at Mikan, who's busy slurping up noodles, and signs to her. He's been signing throughout the meal, like he usually does, but Mikan's not been replying. I guess she's been too busy stuffing her face.
Would you like to do some baking with Aoi sometime?
I'd love to. That sounds like fun.
Then it's settled. Let's all cook together.
I slide down in my chair, scowling. Oh, fuck. I didn't say I wanted to join in, but I guess my opinion doesn't matter in this household.
Hey, cut that out, Momoka. Try to make Aoi feel more welcome, please.
Oh, don't worry about it. Momoka has been really nice to me already. She helped me find my way to the Seaside Cafe, and she gave me a lot of advice at work. That's a nice way of putting it. The only workable advice Aoi could have gleaned by watching me was don't do anything Momoka is doing. So much for my dreams of being a cool, collected senior. They've been well and truly destroyed, along with my pure, maidenly fantasies of falling in love with a handsome boy. Sob, sob. Hey, I don't think that second dream. Only the boy part has been destroyed. I stab at my soba noodles with my chopsticks, but for all my viciousness, I can't get a firm grip on them. The cool, light brown noodles slide onto my grasp and plop over the edge of the bowl on the table. This is just wonderful. Today has been a veritable comedy of errors.
Oh? Did you go to the Seaside Cafe as soon as you arrived on Omorishima?
I'm just gonna save again, just because I'm a little paranoid about it. That's right, I wanted to see what my new workplace was like, and I ended up working my first shift.
That's commendable, but weren't you tired?
Maybe a little, but I'm a big, strong girl. I can look after myself. Besides, I had Momoka with me. She's reliable in her own way.
I'm not sure if my oldest daughter's the best tutor, but I suppose she tries her best.
Another long, sticky strand of soba noodles falls from my tightly clenched chopsticks and lands on the table besides the first, coiling itself up on the wooden surface like a snake. I pout. Why is Dad looking at me in such a pitying way? He's meant to be my own father. He's the man who gave me life. I wouldn't exist if it weren't for him. He's not disappointed in me, is he? It's not my fault I keep dropping my noodles. They're slippery.
I suppose that means you've met Kaho?
That's right. She was really nice, too.
She isn't, is she? Kaho used to babysit Momoka and Mikan when they were younger. She's very generous and a good employer. You can't go wrong with a job at Kaho's Cafe, but you don't need to work while you're staying under my roof. I'm not expecting you to pay for your bread and board.
Ha, I knew it. If I wasn't in such a bad mood, I'd be tempted to say I told you so. It's fine, Mr. Aki. I mean Fujitaka. I'm working because I want to.
Really? That's very admirable. I see Seiji wasn't boasting when he said you were a hard-working girl.
I'm not so sure about that. I just can't sit still, that's all. Owie's raucous laughter echoes through the kitchen. It can't really be called ladylike, in fact. It's the exact opposite, but it's reassuring all the same. It's hard to stay mad when I'm with Owie. Something about her smiles make my heart twist inside my chest. But that only makes things even more awkward. Crap, now I've dropped even more sticky noodles over the table. And even Mikan probably knows. What's wrong with me today? My basic motor skills are deteriorating at an alarming rate. Hey, Momoka? Mikan sets her chopsticks down and signs to me. You keep spilling your food all over the table. I know that. You don't need to tell me. I was just pointing it out in case you hadn't noticed. Aren't I wonderful? Yeah, right. I stick out my tongue and Mikan smirks. So, what do you think of Owie? Well... I glance back at Owie. She's still talking cheerfully with Dad, despite him being a virtual stranger. Owie tells some kind of joke and Dad starts laughing. You'd think, judging by the flow of their conversation, Owie's been living with us for years. After a few false starts, Owie's even started to call him Fujitaka without any embarrassment. Where does that confidence of hers come from? Is it magic? Is it witchcraft? She wasn't abducted by aliens, was she? As an awkward weirdo, it's hard for me to understand anybody who isn't a fellow awkward weirdo. Owie's less like a fellow girl and more like a mythic beast. It might be kind of rude to talk about Owie while she's sitting at the table, and I wouldn't want to make her feel awkward, so I stopped talking when I signed back to my little sister. She's interesting, I guess. Interesting? Mikan raises an eyebrow. Is that all you have to say? What else do you want me to say? I hardly know her. But didn't you spend the whole day together? She was walking with you when you came back home from work. We did spend a bit of time together, sure, but we didn't talk too much. Owie was busy dealing with the customers, and my hands still. I could tell Mikan I was busy in the kitchen cleaning up plates after my spectacular failure with the strawberry sundae, but why should I give this little demon any extra ammunition? I might not be the brightest girl in the world, but I'm not stupid. You? I shake my head. Just forget about it. Aw, stingy. Mikan pouts. Point is, I've known Owie for less than a day. How can I formulate an opinion on her in less than such a short amount of time? You didn't have any problems formulating an opinion on her this morning before you even met her. Fuck. Didn't you say she'd be a stuck-up city girl who'd make fun of you and your looks? Maybe I did, but I was being stupid. That is, sadly, an all too common occurrence from you. I choose to ignore Mikan's sly comment. I am the adult here, well, almost, and I won't let her get to me. Owie might be from Tokyo, but she isn't what I expected. She doesn't seem fashionable at all. Her clothes are even plainer than yours, but she seems nice. How can you tell? Owie doesn't know sign language, and you can barely read lips. You have even less to judge her on than I do. Hi, Fawn. Hi. How are you, Flannel? How are you? I'm so happy to see you. How you doing? Because my hand is in a... We're playing lesbian visual novel. She smiled at me when she met me, and she didn't seem perturbed when Dad told her I was deaf. I think that I was deaf. I just said, Mikan is death. And she didn't seem perturbed when Dad told her I was deaf. You're very emotionally drained after your stream, but you wanted to lurk? That's okay, Fawn. Lurk as much as you want. Do your post-stream care. I know I'm gonna be doing my post-stream care after... Yeah, I know I'm gonna be doing my post-stream care after, but, yeah. Take care of yourself. Hey, Trans Heart's right back at you, Fawn. Anyway, I'm doing, fucking, My Dear Prince, your lesbian visual novel, because my hand is in a splint. So I just need something where all I have to do is click. So, you're in the pro Aoi camp too, huh? I don't see any reason why I should dislike her, even if you're mad because you have to share your room with her. In fact, I don't think you're mad at her either. Not really. I think you're in love with her. And how'd you figure that one out? You've been staring at Aoi the whole time we've been sitting at the table. What? No way. I wasn't staring. Sure you weren't. Alright. You totally were. You can't look away from her. It's almost like you're obsessed. No, I'm not. I don't care about Aoi at all. Like I said, I hardly know her. But you want to get to know her, right? Mikan's gaze is firm and steady, and it holds me in place even though I try to turn my head away. You called it, LRB. You like her. I can tell that you like her. You just don't want to admit it to yourself. You like her much, much more than you expected to, and now you're embarrassed and ashamed that you jumped to conclusions so early on. That is blatantly ridiculous. You're just saying that because you don't know how... You're just saying that because you don't know how else to respond. What do you know? You're just a little kid. I might be a kid, but I've lived with you long enough to know what you're like. I can see right through you, Momoka. You like Aoi. You like her a lot. And you want to touch Aoi's boobs, don't you, Momoka? You want to...
Think about kissing her soft lips every day during math class because you suck at math, and then you're just slowly going into a depression spiral about how you'll never be able to complete any math classes in college, and then you'll never be able to get your degree, so you'll be a degreeless, useless person in society.
Silly, stupid lesbian. You want to smack that cutie on her booty, don't you, Momoka?
Yes.
That's my girlfriend. She is stoned.
Somebody please clip that. That's all I ask. I need to see that one about high.
Come here, babe. Come here.
Okay, I have to go talk to friends.
Hold on, let me give you...
musical theater nerds.
Okay, go be musical theater nerds. I'll finish this. I'm gonna... My face feels so hot, and I'm afraid I'm going to spontaneously combust. I guess I should thank my lucky stars that it's not possible to stutter in sign language, or my frazzled state would be even more obvious to my devilish little sister. Not that my true feelings aren't totally 100% apparent already. Think whatever you want. It's not like it'll change the truth. But I know what the truth is, even if you won't admit it. You've got the hots for her, haven't you? She just came right out and said it. She's the second person to say it today. First it was Yukie, now Mikan. What? No way!
Momoka?
Hey, what's wrong? Oh, it's the gay panic music again. It takes me a few minutes to realize that I, like a fool, tried to refute Mikan's declaration out loud. Very, very out loud. Oh, Momoka, you dumbass. So out loud that Dad and Aoi are staring at me like I'm some kind of circus attraction, and Mikan's grinning to herself like a demon. This is just great. And I have the hiccups. When did my life become such a farce? Later that night, when Aoi is taking a bath, I'm struck with a sudden, intense desire to draw. I've wanted to be a manga artist from an early age. I used to doodle all the time when I was a kid on any spare sheet of paper available. I even drew on my bedroom walls in thick, chunky wax crayon a couple times, which, I did that too. Let's just say that did not go down well with my parents. That didn't stop me from trying, though. My fondness for art only grew stronger with successive years. I absolutely adore romance stories about handsome princes. My shelves are crammed full of them, practically groaning under their weight. That's the name of the title. Thank you, Issa! I'd love to write a story like that myself someday, but I've been struggling creatively for a while. Obviously, you're gonna pull a Rose of Versailles situation, or a Revolutionary Girl Utena. The prince was a girl all along. Every time I try to plan out a story, my hands tense up. I feel unduly anxious. I criticize and nitpick every detail, and then I give up in less than an hour. My female characters are fresh-faced and pretty, but they're not exactly interesting. My male characters are tall and handsome, but they look and act too much like the male characters from all the other romance stories I've read. They don't have any originality. There isn't any spark, nor any sort of hook. Sometimes when I sit at my desk, a sheet of white paper is staring at me and my HB pencil in hand. I wonder what it was all for. My characters don't feel real enough to me. No matter how intricate their designs, they're just going through the motions. I don't have any romantic experience to draw from myself, so how can I write satisfying romance stories of my own? All I can do is copy other people. That's why I'll never be able to achieve my dream, no matter how hard I work. I've thought about giving up more times than I can count. When I sit at my desk that evening, twirling around my HB pencil in my fingers, something clicks into place inside my head. Inspiration. I can't remember the last time that I felt so enthusiastic about one of my own projects. Double clip! Double clip! Oh no! I'm afraid if I don't get any ideas now, I'll forget them. Or even worse, I'll lose confidence in them come morning, and then they'll never be committed to paper. I can't let myself get sidetracked. I want to draw. I need to. Hey, Momoka. Ah! I was so absorbed in my sketching that I totally forgot about her. The bath's free. You can go in now if you want, though you look kinda busy. Are you working on something? Summer homework? Are you drawing? What are you drawing? Ooh, hey, that looks like me. Why don't I have clothes on? You don't mind if I take a look, do you? Crap, I was afraid of this. Did she have to ask the most anxiety-inducing question you can ask on any budding artist? I don't think my poor heart would be able to handle it if she laughed at my work. I'd die. This time, I'd die for realsies. No takebacks. No, you can't. I'm sorry. It's not ready yet. I throw my arms across my sketch back, shielding it from prying eyes. I can't let her know that I drew her with her that I drew her naked. Draw Aoi like one of your French girls. The contents of this book are private. They're strictly private. If you look, you'll be cursed for 1,000 years. I wouldn't mind being cursed for 1,000 years. Cursed? That sounds pretty serious. Aoi takes a hesitant step back. Sorry, I didn't know this was such a sensitive issue. I can tell it's a boundary of yours, and I'm a nice girl, so I won't overstep it. Sensitive? What does she mean by that? What the heck does she think I'm drawing? I've got to clean up any misapprehension she might be having and fast. I'm not really a pervert, regardless of what Yukie says. Hey, don't get any funny ideas. I'm not drawing nudes, okay? I, never said that. Oh, right. I guess you didn't, huh? I hang my head, my cheeks pale pink. I'm sorry if I'm acting weird. I don't know what's gotten into me. I guess I have a few hang-ups about my art. I used to draw in school, but some of the guys in my class saw me doodling a lovey-dovey scene a while back. They all teased me about it, so it's kind of a sore subject. Oh, I can understand that. Some of the boys in my class tease me, too. They do? Yeah, they say I don't act girly enough, for that I should be more graceful. Stupid stuff like that. I see, that must suck. Yeah, tomboys get bullied. Tomboys get bullied a lot. Kinda, but I'm used to it. I've always been a bit of a tomboy. I was out playing soccer in the park with the neighborhood boys from the age of 5. I'm surprised they let you join them. They didn't want to at first, but I can be very persuasive. I can't imagine little boys listening to speeches, or 5-year-olds being all that good at giving them. Oh, I didn't write a speech. I beat them up. That forced them to respect me pretty quickly. It's amazing what a good old-fashioned pummeling can do. You beat people up? When I was a kid, yeah, I had a short fuse. I couldn't stand it when the boys in my neighborhood said I couldn't play with them. I thought they were being stupid. I wanted to show them I was more than a match for them. Things worked out okay when I was in elementary school, but in middle school, stuff started to change. I got older, and I guess that made the guys I played with uncomfortable, 'cause they stopped hanging out with me. They said it'd be unchivalrous to beat a girl too bad, whatever that means. I said they were being ridiculous. They were ashamed of losing to you, cowards. We started to drift apart after that. I see. Allie seems like such a nice, polite girl. I can't imagine her sinking her fist into anybody's face. I don't know if I want to either. It's a bit of a scary thought. I'm not sure if I should be impressed by her childhood feats or mildly afraid. Maybe it's a mix of both. I bet those guys were just embarrassed you kept kicking their asses at soccer. That's what I said! That's what I'm saying! I've not seen you play, but you sound like you're really good at sports. They're about the only thing I'm good at, yeah. I'm so-so at everything else. It's still impressive. I'm total garbo when it comes to physical exercise. You have mentioned that, yeah. Aoi grins. Not to worry, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Sports aren't for everyone. I think they're pretty fun, though. Even if all the guys I know are too cowardly to play with me anymore. Maybe I should take pity on them. Their egos must be real fragile if they're that cut up about losing to a girl. They tried to spin it like they were worried about me, but I know the truth. They're not fooling me. Aoi laughs and cracks her knuckles together in a manner that suggests she doesn't care what anybody thinks of her. It might be as though she's got nary a care. But I have to wonder about how true that is. If she really didn't care what people said about her, she wouldn't dwell on it. I doubt she'd tell me either. She might be more delicate than she looks. I get teased a lot too. In my case, it's a bit different. Might sound silly, but I like romance stories a lot. Maybe as much as you like sports. I draw a lot of cute couples holding hands, hugging and stuff, but I've never had a boyfriend before. My classmates, even my friends, thought it was funny I drew those things, despite having zero experience. And my darling sister's the worst offender of all. I don't take my sketchbook to school anymore, so I'm mostly free from my classmates' teasing, but it's a whole different story with Mikan. Mikan's as devious as a fox. She's always poking around in my room when I'm not at home, trying to ferret out my secrets. The last time she unearthed my sketchbook, she thought its contents were so hilarious that she teased me about it for weeks. I guess it must seem pretty laughable drawing romance stories when I've never been on a date before. I don't think there's anything weird about them. I mean, it's not like all crime authors are actual murderers. Or at least I hope they aren't. You don't need to go out with anybody to write a good romance story. And I'm willing to bet the male love interests in these stories are way nicer than most guys in real life. The boys in my class are all utterly unappealing. Lesbian. Well, you might have a point. I return Aoi's wide smile with a small, slightly more hesitant one of my own. I think I feel a bit better now. I guess you can take a look at my sketchbook if you're really curious. You don't mind? I did, but I don't think you'll tease me. You're actually pretty cool and, well, since you'll be staying here for a while, I might as well show you. It'd be hard keeping it a secret, and that sounds like a pain anyway, so here. I pick up my sketchbook and present it to Aoi. This is just a rough character sketch for a story idea I had. What do you think? Let me take a look. I stare resolutely at my lap, my face on fire, while Aoi examines my artwork. Like I said, it's just a rough character sketch. I was hit with a sudden burst of inspiration for a male love interest for a potential story, and I wanted to draw him before I forgot the finer details. The sketchbook is appended with various notes, written in squat and curvy characters, which might even be more embarrassing than the artwork itself. But to my immense relief, Aoi doesn't laugh. She's actually taking this seriously. Oh, wow. You're a really good artist, Momoka. I'm not really. Yeah, you are. This is way better than anything I could do. I can't even draw a straight line. I don't do anything straight. That's because I practiced. It'd be pretty sad if I couldn't draw at least this much after all these years. I don't draw straight lines either. I draw gay lines. That's just having a little sister. I know. I have one. There are lots of people out there better than I am. I post my art online, but I don't have any fans. I haven't won any competitions, and I haven't created anything worthwhile. I'm just average, really. Maybe even less than that. I'm nothing special. Hey, don't put yourself down like that. You're making me feel bad here. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to fish for pity points. I'm being serious. I still have a long way to go. We can all improve, yeah, but this looks good to me as is. I could never do anything to me like this. Not in a million years. All non-artists say that. You must have spent a long time drawing. I guess I've been doing it for a few years. Try. Another typo. How many typos? That's at least 4 or 5 typos. True, ever since I was old enough to hold onto a crayon. And it shows. This is seriously cool, although Howie turns her attention to the sketchbook once more. There's something funny about this sketch. Funny? My voice comes out in a strange squeak like an asphyxiated hamster. But funny? What's funny about it? Is it the hands? Do they look weird? Am I still unable to draw fingers properly? What about the pose? Is it too stiff? Is it the size of the head? The size of the eyes? The position of the nose? This character looks very familiar. I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Need to add a typo counter. Oh my god. The harder Owie's eyes bore into my sketch, the redder my own face becomes. Yep, I called it! I can feel the cold noodles I ate for dinner with writhing around in my stomach. I feel I've swallowed a pit or a den, a nest of eels. This is why I didn't want Owie looking at my sketchbook. I didn't want her to know the truth, but it looks like she's already figured it out. The guy I sketched out in my 20 minutes of passion, he looks almost exactly like Owie. Later that night, when I'm lying in bed, I find myself accosted by the thoughts about my new roommate. As for said roommate, well, she's fast asleep, curled up on a futon my dad prepared a little earlier. She must have been exhausted, because she fell asleep the moment her head touched the pillow. I bet that can be attributed to her long journey here. It takes about 4 hours to get from Tokyo to Miyagi by car, and then she had to take the very first boat from Miyagi to Omorishima. If Awie's dad drove her to Miyagi this morning, it must have been very, very early in the morning. At around 4 or 5, I'm guessing. Awie probably had about 4 hours of sleep last night, tops, but instead of resting at my place, she insisted on working in Kaho's cafe. She didn't give herself much time to get accustomed to her new environment, so it's no wonder she's exhausted. As I fall asleep, I said, I see something pop up like a video game HUD. It said, "Gay level up, now level 2. She's been pushing herself seriously hard. I can hear Owie snoring in the darkness. Her snores are deep and throaty like a chain-smoking old man's, but they're still pretty pronounced. I've never had to share my room with anybody who snores before. I've never had to share my room before, full stop. I can hear Owie when I press my pillow over my ears. If I'm being honest, it's starting to drive me nuts. Groaning, I sit up in my bed, drawing my knees to my chest, and glance down at the floor. My room is dark, the lamp on my desk is turned off, and the curtains are drawn. It's hard to see in the murky blackness. It takes a few moments for my eyes to adjust, but when they do, I start to pick out details in the gloom. I can finally see her, Owie. She's embracing her covers as though it's a body pillow. One leg is looped over the blanket while her arms encircle it, her shadowy cheek nuzzled against its side. Her eyelashes are closed. Her lips are parted, and she snores every few seconds with more reliability than a Tokyo train schedule. I run my fingers through my hair, which is sticking to my flushed cheeks, and I sigh. It isn't fair. Even when she's sleeping, she still looks so handsome. She's so good-looking, it makes my heart hurt. Part of me wishes Owie was the arrogant, aloof, stuck-up girl I feared she would be, because at least then I wouldn't be losing sleep and losing my mind. I'd hate her. I'd hate sharing my room with her, but I wouldn't be experiencing such inner turmoil. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. I've never felt like this about any boy before, let alone a girl. And it's all so strange and new and confusing. I feel like I'm going to suffocate. Why do you have to be so nice? I whisper softly. So softly that I know my reproachful words won't reach the ears of their recipient. You're so kind and sweet and supportive, but you barely know me. We're still strangers, so why do I feel like this? And that's where we're gonna end for tonight. We are gonna find somebody to raid, and I think I already know who it is. I'm gonna send y'all to Minty Mew VT, who is... What's Minty Mew doing? Looks like they're doing a special event. I'm gonna send y'all to Minty Mew. Oh, they're playing Final Fantasy 7 Remake. So, everybody, want y'all to be good to Minty Mew, and as always, be gay, do crime, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!